The quiet revolution of AI is not a distant forecast, but a present-day reality, unfolding not in corporate labs, but in the everyday spaces where curious individuals have chosen to begin. While the public discourse remains tangled in debates about automation and job displacement, a separate, pragmatic movement has already advanced. This movement consists of people without technical pedigrees, former teachers, retail managers, artists, and side hustlers who simply opened their laptops, encountered accessible tools, and decided to experiment. They discovered that AI was not a complex monolith, but a set of leverage points waiting to be applied. Their progress is built on a cycle of learning by doing, testing small ideas, failing without catastrophe, adjusting their approach, and gradually constructing income streams that materialize from the intersection of human intention and machine execution. They are not waiting for permission or a perfected future. They are building that future through iteration, one guided prompt at a time. In the realm of content creation, the rules have been fundamentally rewritten. The historical barriers, expensive equipment, technical editing skills, and the personal confidence to perform on camera have dissolved. A new archetype has emerged, the faceless channel architect. These creators operate as directors and curators, guiding an AI-powered production pipeline. They command large language models to draft compelling scripts on topics from philosophy to finance in seconds. They use synthetic voice tools to generate narration imbued with convincing emotion and cadence. They employ smart editing platforms that assemble visuals, match footage to the narrative beat, and add music and effects, all based on simple text instructions. The human role is paramount but shifted. It is the role of the editor, the quality controller, the strategic mind identifying niches and ensuring the final product resonates. The initial monetization might be modest, measured in hundreds of dollars from platform ads or sponsorships, yet through consistency, the regular upload, the refined process, these channels scale. What begins as a simple system evolves into a substantial and reliable asset, proving that the core creative skill is no longer manual craftsmanship, but visionary curation and systematic oversight. The freelance landscape has undergone a parallel transformation, compressing the relationship between effort and output. Tasks that once defined hours of a freelancer's workday, researching, outlining, drafting initial copy, can now be accelerated into minutes. Individuals are offering services like SEO blog writing, social media campaign creation, email newsletter drafting, and professional resume optimization at unprecedented speed and scale. They position themselves not as mere executors, but as AI-augmented strategists. The critical insight is that clients are ultimately indifferent to the method. They invest in outcomes. Does the copy convert? Does the resume secure interviews? Does the content strategy grow engagement? The freelancer's value therefore migrates upstream. It resides in their deep understanding of the client's brand voice and target audience, their ability to craft precise prompts that yield superior first drafts, and their human skill in refining, polishing, and injecting strategic nuance that pure AI still lacks. This shift allows them to move beyond trading hours for dollars. They can structure service packages, manage more clients simultaneously, increase their rates based on results delivered, and cultivate long-term retainers. They transform from solo practitioners into the creative directors of their own potent one-person agency. Perhaps the most profound impact lies in the domain of automation, where AI acts as a silent force multiplier for efficiency. Small businesses and entrepreneurs are universally burdened by repetitive, low-value tasks, answering frequent customer inquiries, scheduling appointments, categorizing support emails, and managing social media posts. Seeing this friction creates an opportunity for the automation architect. Using no-code platforms and AI integrations, these individuals construct elegant solutions, intelligent chatbots that handle common questions 24/7, automated inbox rules that triage and respond to emails, systems that publish content across platforms on a perfect schedule. They sell this not as a product, but as a result: reclaimed time, reduced operational stress, and improved customer experience, typically packaged into a manageable monthly subscription. For the architect, each solved puzzle is a recurring revenue stream. One successful implementation becomes a case study to attract the next client. A portfolio of 5 or 10 such clients generates a stable, sustainable business built on solving mundane but universal problems, demonstrating that the real commodity being traded is not software, but serenity and scalability. The field of design has similarly been democratized, separating the genesis of an idea from the technical skill required to execute it. Where once mastering tools like Photoshop or Illustrator was a prerequisite, now the ability to articulate a visual concept clearly is the key. AI image generation models allow individuals to act as visual translators. They can describe a vision, a logo for a futuristic coffee shop, neon accents, clean lines, and receive dozens of professional-grade options in moments. This has unlocked opportunities in print-on-demand merchandise, custom logo design services, stock photo creation, and social media asset packs. People who never considered themselves artists are now building digital storefronts and fulfilling client briefs. Their expertise lies not in manually manipulating vectors, but in understanding visual trends, branding psychology, and what makes an image stop a scrolling thumb. They leverage AI for the execution, while they focus on the higher-order tasks of ideation, trend analysis, brand consistency, and client communication. This represents a monumental shift, turning visual expression into a more accessible form of literacy. A further path emerges for those inclined to productize their solutions, building small, focused AI tools. These are not sprawling software suites, but minimalist applications designed to solve one acute problem exceptionally well. A tool that audits a website for SEO gaps, a platform that generates custom bedtime stories for children, a service that turns blog posts into narrated video snippets. Thanks to no-code and low-code development platforms, creating these tools often requires logic and design thinking more than traditional programming knowledge. The business model is powerfully simple: a subscription. Once developed, tested, and launched, the tool operates continuously in the background, serving users and generating revenue with minimal ongoing maintenance. This path creates true digital assets, small engines that earn autonomously. It represents the culmination of the AI opportunity, building a system that leverages artificial intelligence to create lasting value and independence for its creator. The common thread weaving through all these paths is radical accessibility. The traditional gatekeepers of capital, credentials, and complex skills have been circumvented. The new prerequisites are intangible: curiosity to explore uncharted tools, consistency to persevere through the iterative process of refinement, and adaptive intelligence, the willingness to shift one's identity from a pure doer to a strategist, director, and architect. AI is undeniably reshaping the job market, but it is simultaneously and furiously creating a new landscape of micro-entrepreneurship and independent craftsmanship. It has democratized the means of production for digital goods and services. The future being debated on stages is not the same future being built in browser tabs. That building is happening now, in real time. The tools are active, the platforms exist, and the market is signaling demand. The dividing line is no longer technical capability, it is a mindset. It is the choice between observing the wave of change and choosing to swim, harnessing its current to propel oneself toward a new shore of possibility and autonomy. The quiet revolution awaits only participation.